I Am Big is about sharing what's working in a big way. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good. Everybody meet Amit Maheshwari. Amit is my brother, my only brother, and I'm his only brother, and I think you can't handle more than me. So,
That's true.
welcome to the I Am Big show. This is going to be an interesting interview because, family obviously is the most important thing in life, but also sometimes it can be difficult to talk to. Look at him, just relax. Why did you?
I'm
Okay,
listening.
oh my God, I'm kind of because my brother told me before. He's like, if there is any crying and all that involved, he's leaving. So I got to make sure I don't cry. So why did you? What is this? You chose this as your big drink. What is this?
So this is very interesting. This is a micro brewed
Wow.
IPA import from Oregon,
Okay.
and this is something that the brewing industry in Portland is extremely proud of what it's done. It's made of barley that this particular brewery grows themselves. I love Portland. It's a great and beautiful part of the country, and I thought this would be great as a shout out to that part where people are really very interested in the roots, the environment, and they produce great quality stuff. So here's a shout out to Portland with fantastic Indian Pale Ale.
I think, look, you are a wonderful brother, and you have. I sit here and I want to take this moment to let you know that I would not be here today if it was not for you. And you have done such amazing things in your life, which we want to talk about. But what I first want to really talk about, more than anything, is thank you. And we lost our father when I was really still coming on my own, and we were really young. I think it was 22, 23, or 25, 26. I was, always creating trouble growing up, and I had a lot of issues and troubles. And I remember that I tried to kind of figure out what I should do with my life. And you were here in the US. You got an opportunity, Dad sent you here, and you called out to Dad, you reached out to Dad and said, send Ayush here to the US. You were 23 and I was 20, and you took the responsibility to bring your younger brother to get them the education and the opportunity you got. What drove you to do that?
Well, it's, as family, we have to help each other out, and it's really a core value. And, someday when I need you, you will do the same for me. So,
I mean, that goes without saying, but no tears. This beer helps. Hold on, one sec. So I come here, and I was a high maintenance diva at that time. I still am. You were probably making what it was costing for my education, almost. So yes, it's great that, family and all of that, but how do you realize that in that age? I mean, now sitting back, when you're so successful and so driven and life experienced, yes, one can say, but what was it? I really want to know more about that. So what is it?
well, I think it was part of the upbringing as well. And I think, this type of things come to people as we grow up sooner or later. In some cases it comes sooner, some cases it comes later, some cases it never comes. So I was lucky enough to have this view of responsibility soon enough, and I also had support of Marie, like you said, who also financially supported us to be able to do so. And
Which is amazing in its own. I mean, were you engaged at that time?
No.
No. So here you have a girlfriend, and to every boyfriend or girlfriend who's viewing this, here you are in a new relationship, you're 23, 24, and your brother from India, this big brother shows up with his issues, and you're trying to help them, and you have a girlfriend who's supporting you too, who's from completely different culture. You talk about that your upbringing. What about the upbringing gave you the value? Because I came from the same upbringing, and obviously I really care about people too. But I obviously might have a different perspective. What about the upbringing gave you this type of like, okay, I got to kind of pull my brother up, or I got to help, I got to support, I got to nourish. What was it?
Well, I think the sense of duty was something that our father always talked about, and that you have to do the right karma when you can. And it's known in our culture that the older brother is actually a father figure. When at some point the father dies, it's the older brother's responsibility. So, I mean, I wish to say that it was something special or anything like that, but, it's how it has been.
So not only here you help me get educated and give me your car, give me everything you can, and you're so young yourself, you're in a relationship, and you're supporting me. Then I come and say I'm gay to you on top of it. And you are as straight as it gets, everybody. I mean, there is just... And I remember, which is kind of funny, you saying that, what's the big deal? And there was much more discussion, and nothing changed from your attitude or approach towards me, and coming from the culture we come from, or more so anything, like having a gay brother with among everything else going on with me at that time. What did you feel when I just said I'm gay? Did you know? Did you have an idea?
What gay means?
No, that I think
Yeah.
mom didn't know that, but
Right.
that I'm gay. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that till you said it. So, no, I didn't. And quite frankly, to me, there are values as a human being and as a person that are more important than somebody's personal preference, especially if it's biological.
Do you think it's biological?
I think it is. I would say I know if I had read up on it, but I have not. But that's my belief. And whether or not it is or not, it doesn't really matter. As long as the person has integrity, has principles, has is doing what is a good person. And is constructive and moving forward in life. That's really more important to me, for my friends, for my family, for anybody, as compared to discussing and judging based on sexual preference or anything like that.
What would you like to share with any family right now, any brother especially, who's going through this and is struggling with it? What would you like to share?
I think it's really important to look at the positives and also to understand that, if you truly think about it, is that really important? Whether your brother, your sister, your daughter, your son's sexual preference, is it truly important? Is it because you had a imagination and view that, let's just say you have a son and that you're going to have a great daughter-in-law, and you have a view of what family is and how it's going to be like, and it's not going to work out. Is that a disappointment for you? Well, that's you. It's not, that's your life. So you got to learn how to keep your wishes and balance it with the reality and the wishes of your significant other,
or your sibling,
exactly.
or your son or daughter.
Right.
Absolutely. No, thank you. I personally am amazed with your success, not only in your personal life by being such a supportive brother. What really amazes me that, like, you have helped a lot of people. Do you think that the successes you have had, you recently rang the NASDAQ bell, you have, created companies from scratch, you have sold companies, you are an executive, you did your MBA in New York while you had a company and all of that good stuff, which is all great. Do you think that the fact that you accept so much and you give so much has helped you make a path for yourself?
So, to be honest, I did not ring the NASDAQ bell, right?
Okay.
Let's just make sure that fact is not.
But you were there in the opening. You
I
were
was.
part of the.
I was part of the bell ringing ceremony.
Okay,
Absolutely.
which is, so you were one of the invitees.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's, you opened the NASDAQ. You're part of opening,
Right.
the opening ceremony.
Right.
Okay, great. Which is a huge achievement, by the way.
Yeah.
You don't have to always ring the bell.
Right.
Anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so to me, that is a big, I would say, secret. It's a big, well-known secret if you think about it, which is, we all have challenges on a day-to-day basis. You're trying to live, and our lives are becoming more and more complex. And I think that if you have or anyone, at least I had, a vision of where you want to go as yourself, and then, it all boils down to how you help each other out, whether it's in business, whether it's in community, and how you are true to what you say you're going to do. I mean, these are very simple things that works well. So when you do this, when you have a vision, when you do what you're saying you're going to do, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. People start trusting you, people start believing you, and they start working with you. Sometimes they follow you, sometimes you follow them. So to me, it's not a big secret, but sometimes we tend to forget about some basic things like these. So, I think, my secret is I'm persistent, I work hard, people trust me, and, a small little thing like if I'm going to tell somebody I'm going to forward your resume, then I am going to do so. If I'm not going to do it, I would say I'm not going to do it. And I think more and more we are losing that value set. And I think more people that do it, it will be something that'll add to their success.
So basically what I get from what you just said is that big things happen when you take the small steps and you do what you're going to say and you keep doing it.
Right.
And there have been situations where you have been very successful, and there have been situations when you have not, like any of us, right? How do you motivate yourself when you have started something, a couple of the ventures you started were not as big as some of the others, and how do you not give up? How do you keep motivating yourself?
Basically, I think that it boils down to what overall I look up to. I look up to the entrepreneurial spirit. I think entrepreneurs are.
Shout out to every entrepreneur. It's the hardest thing.
They are. It's if you think about it, they are the folks that are truly taking risk. They're saying, I'm going to do something that is not a paved path. I'm going to work hard at it. I'm going to make sacrifices for it. And when they're successful, then they create jobs, they create livelihoods, they create cool things that have value. If you look at our country now, there's not a lot of manufacturing base. But if you look at, some of the, even now, right, so you can worry about China, but if you look at, from a manufacturing perspective, but if you look at some of the big blockbuster things that are still like Facebook and Apple design stuff, they're all examples of how people that have said they're going to do something different and have made the sacrifices and push forward with it have created a lot of value, not only at a micro level, but at a macro level. So to me, being part of that and doing my part to drive that forward is really what motivates me. So awesome. It's not just about me, it's about creating something valuable for society.
Well, thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak with you. Thank you thank you to the universe to give me an opportunity to be your brother. And thank you for being so amazing. And we wish you here at I Am Big the best successes in the world. You're already doing so much for your career and for people and for your family and for your friends. And I really feel that you are one of the best brothers there is in this world. So thank you, and a shout out to every brother who today is supporting their sibling. And if you're not, I hope that this show and this interview is going to make you start thinking that your support is very important, because you matter and what you do matters. Thank you. Do you have anything you would like to share with our viewers? Beyond obviously the beautiful things you already have.
I'm also proud to have you as a brother, and I really think it took me some time to realize that everybody has different paths, and you just support each other, and that's really what family and love and relationships are all about.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.